Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bearded Baker Banter, the sports podcast. Welcome, Trent. Welcome, Trey, on June 21st on Friday.
How's it going, fellas? Good to be back. Talking
Is this
sports, baby.
is this summer solstice, guys? Is this in June 20th,
That's July.
21st?
That's July, I think.
No, that's wrong.
No,
You're
it's
definitely
not.
wrong. You're definitely wrong, Trey. Anyway,
Longest day of the year?
Yeah, June.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, I just wanted to say,
Hey, hold on. Come on, Daisy Buchanan. Yeah? Gatsby? No?
Wow, yeah, this is the summer solstice.
yeah, you're welcome.
Daisy-
I didn't even look it up. Didn't look it up. That's just how well rounded I am, both mentally and physically.
With a
Dang.
full moon.
I thought it was July, so today was the longest day of the year.
No, tomorrow is.
Okay. Well, that's
Hey,
okay.
I'll tell you who probably felt the longest day of the year for the freaking Yankees. Oh,
Dude.
there goes a couple listeners. Sorry, New York.
Hey, man. Dude, the O's, man, made
Laid
them
it all
look like fools.
Then let's just start it off. All right. Let's just start it off. Let's go strike 1, 2, and 3 right now. What can we say about today's performance? You guys mind if I lead off here with this? Or
No.
Go ahead, Trent.
Lead off. Go
Lead
ahead.
off.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. You're batting cleanup. All right. So anyway, we pretty much put up 2 touchdowns and a field goal, if you want to use football terms.
Exactly.
To rub it in. But yeah, 17-5 was the final?
Yep.
17-5 today. The Orioles extend their streak to 22 straight series in the AL East, with either winning or at least drawing. So in terms of series standpoint, I do believe, hold on, I have the statistics here queued and ready to go. They are now 16-0-6 in their last 22 series versus the AL East, which is the longest streak by any team in their division in the history of the game of baseball since divisions have been formed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it the Reds that had it before that? Did I read that
I have
somewhere?
no clue. I'm not queued up with that information. So
Okay,
I'm just gonna go on that statistic right there, because man, to do what they did against right now
in New York.
in New York, but the best pitcher in the AL in terms of ERA, okay, sub 1.5 ERA or something like that. He might be 1.8 something. But then also for them to score the most runs in the Bronx since June 5th, 1989.
Wow, 89.
1989. That's the first time. I'm sorry, that's the most runs they have scored in the Bronx. So I'll tell you what, it's kind of like what we were texting in the group chat with Dad the other night, was what kind of like really like fires me up when I see them have success against, coming off of a series against the Phillies, probably the third highest payroll. Now the Yankees, who's probably up there. I don't know if they're first or second. They're one of the top 2 highest payroll.
Them are the Dodgers.
Yeah, and you know what? And it's
and the Mets are up there.
And we're sitting there under 100 million. Homegrown talent at this point. The only guy that we have brought in was Corbin Burns, I guess, if you really want to point somebody out that like a stud. And hey, it's just, he didn't even participate in this series. Hopefully he's on the bump here coming up against the Guardians.
Yeah, and not to beat the dead horse, Trent, but Tyler, I'm sure this is your strike as well.
Beat that dead horse.
The last 3 series that they played, they all won 2 games to 1. And the 3 teams that they played are the Yankees, the Phillies, and the Braves. So they won all those series. And I'm thinking about it, and like that's when it comes to the playoffs, you can drop a game or 2, but as long as you're winning the series overall, like clearly that's the goal and stuff. But Those are
Is that how you win it? Is that how you win the playoffs?
Yes. Yep, that is exactly how it's how you do win more games than the other team.
Okay.
Believe it or
That's how you
not.
win a game too. You score more runs than the other team. But
Points
real quick.
3 teams, top to bottom rosters are World Series teams. I know the Braves are not the same team they usually are, but the Yankees and the Phillies, it's those 2 teams and the Orioles at the top of the power rankings for the last how many weeks. So good on them. They're winning games and series that they should win. And
how about whoever makes the schedules? They really try to take it to the Orioles a little bit here in the month of June, because you just named. Hold on. You name those teams, right? You name those teams. I'm not going to complain, because you know what? You got to beat the best to win it all, right? In the end, but all those teams that you just said, right? The Phillies, the Braves, the Yankees. Now we have the first place Guardians.
No, they got the Astros coming up next.
No, Guardians are next, starting tomorrow, and then the Astros after that series going over the weekend. They do.
And then the Rangers.
Pull up the schedule, Trey. You're wrong. Anyway, but those right there, and then they get 1 day off the entire month of June. So those are the teams they're playing, and then 1 day off the entire month of June. So it's like, tell me, if we can come out of June, I said we, because I'm one of those types of fans. If we can come out of June with the same pace on we're at right now, we got a shot. We got a shot to hopefully stay with the Yankees and maybe get that division title.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Stat guys, just in my ear, they do play the Houston Astros next in the series.
Trey.
It just came out, Trey, yesterday.
Trey, you're wrong. I'm looking at the score app right now. I don't want to argue with you. I'm just going to prove you wrong.
The ESPN and the stat guys are wrong.
Ooh, you know what?
It does have the Astros. Yeah.
What the heck? Weird. I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
When is the Guardians?
After that,
Guardians 24th. Are after the Astros. You're right.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to the stat guys. You just challenged.
Sorry, stat guys. But the only good thing that's coming out of this is Astros are just going to get more buried for my beer bet. So let's go.
I know they're second place right now. They're in their division.
In the sub 500 division. Oh, second place.
So
they just got to make the playoffs.
Cardinals are in second too. Beep that horn.
They just got to make the playoffs.
Trey, was your strike also the Orioles winning and win streak and stuff? Yeah. I mean, I had it down as the 22-game win streak too against the AL stuff. I'll change it up a little bit and give another strike that I kind of liked and kind of followed, and I thought was actually also pretty funny, was the Mets Grimace streak. It would be my strike. So Mets won 7 straight after Grimace threw the first pitch out. I thought it was hilarious. It pissed me off yesterday that, Mr. Fade Trent, not to be confused with this Trent,
not me,
posted his pick about, let's see if Grimace can overcome, this, and I'm like, man, and of course they didn't, and they lost. But 7-1 Mets with Grimace throwing at the first pitch. That's my strike, because I thought it was hilarious. Because Grimace, like, really?
I know. Well, I don't know if you guys remember the Grimace shake that came out a little bit ago.
Yeah,
there are all those weird videos of people.
Yeah,
like you drink it and then you just like mysteriously just die.
Yeah, and like this weird purple shake.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't actually die. You like it was like one of those TikTok trend things.
Yeah, but no, Grimace, he's been making a comeback, like kind of a forgotten McDonald's character, and here we are,
dude,
changing MLB outcomes, man.
Hey, Hamburglar's next, man.
Yeah,
he's coming to take.
Who else they got?
Hamburglar. There was some like girl duck thing, wasn't there?
Ooh, that's
Tammy.
We'll bring that back.
Chuck E. Cheese had the girl duck. I'm not sure, but
maybe you might be right. I don't know. I might be mixing up my mascots. But no, hey, if you don't mind, can I go with my ball?
Yeah,
of course you can. You always start with them.
So my ball is one guy. That guy's name is Tommy John. My ball is Tommy John surgery for the Orioles pitching staff. You now got 3 on there. I know I texted it to you guys the other night. You got Wells, you got Means, you got Bradish. And then obviously you still have the Mountain trying to come back. Not this year, but still recovering from that stuff. Just pretty shit luck. And to see what they're able to do with some of that shit luck, I mean, still not sold on Kimbrel. He still pisses me off after the other night. I texted you about Cano because Cano, I feel like he gives up some big, bad hits at times where
tough situation.
It was a crappy sit, but that's not the first time. Like, it's happened before. Like, I know they tried to make him the closer, all right, once Felix Bautista went down, and it was not the same. Like, he is a setup man, and it's not the same kind of guy. And it also deals with the kind of pitches that he throws too, because I believe that Cano's more of a sinker guy. Batista's kind of more like, I'm going to throw it, 103 miles an hour past you, and good luck trying to catch up to it. So it's not the same. I mean, we're still definitely in the market for a pitcher. I would love at this point in time if they, with those injuries, that with Means and Bradish especially, if they could somehow bring Bauer in.
I'm totally with you. Thinking of the same thing today.
Yep.
Why not? True. And then trade.
They have nothing. They have nothing to lose. I mean, it's like, let's go. Like, bring him in, man. Like, you sign him to a 1-year deal. Bring him in. What'd you say?
No,
I said then Trey's horn doesn't honk as loud, huh?
My horn's always honking.
Not too sure what that means.
I don't either.
It's always honking.
Hey,
honky tonk over there.
Yeah,
my ball is Tommy John. So
I'll start.
Don't forget you missed one guy, Coulomb.
Is he out too?
Cool. He's out now. I don't think he got Tommy John, but he had bone chips, which he was a pretty value. He had bone chips in his elbow. Just got operated on. I think there's a little bit of hope that if they make a postseason push late in the postseason, that he'd have a chance at returning. But yeah, that's another arm to throw out there, and it's like, yikes! Like it's a little worrisome.
It is. I mean, it does go back to what is the issue? What are they throwing too little? Or are they throwing too much? It's like,
I think
I
think it's a combination. No, I mean, we don't know that. It could be Trent, but it's been happening for years. I think it's just a combination. It's just the nature of pitching.
Rushing them with the pitch clock, take away their sticky stuff.
Rushing them with the pitch clock has nothing to do with
limit them with base looks. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden you got guys losing control of their pitches. And now it's almost like a little like the starting pitchers in the league said, Hey, MLB, you want offense? Let's take out some primetime stars this week by throwing Mookie Betts high and tight on his hand. Trying it. I don't think the Orioles.
Can I tell you what else?
Aaron Judge high and tight. So I mean, I'm just saying it's
Gunner got hit. Cowser got hit.
Arenado for the Cardinals. That was the worst pick. If you guys didn't see that, look that up.
Yeah.
Hand to nuts. It was awful. Hold on, wait. Let me clarify. The ball hit his hand, and then it hit. The ball hit his nuts, not his.
Trent, can I tell you what else it might be with pitching? I think it might be just the nature of pitching nowadays. You got people like Paul Skeens throwing splinkers at 95 miles an hour. That's not normal, and that's got to be hard in the arm. No matter, and he's probably been doing that for what, 6 years before he reached the majors.
What was the other guy from LSU that did have to get Tommy John already? So, and he's an LSU guy too.
I don't know.
I forget his name. I think he came in last year.
No, all I'm saying is, it could be sticky stuff. I'm sure that contributes to it. But either way, I think it's just the nature of pitching. To be honest with you, I don't think there's anything you can do. It's an unnatural motion. It's very hard on the arm, no matter what pitches you throw.
Why didn't it happen back in the day when guys were throwing 150 some pitches in a game?
Because I don't think they're throwing upper 90s for 100 pitches every game. 5 days, like I mean, Trent, they might have been throwing more, but they're not. They're using their legs more. They're not throwing these crazy wild pitches. Like, dude, they're not throwing splinkers and gyros. Okay.
But they threw like fork balls and stuff.
Which that's not that hard.
No, I'm not saying it's hard. The forkball is actually.
I want to see you throw.
You got these sliders that are moving 5 feet horizontally at 80 to 90 miles an hour. That's really hard on your arm. And you have to take a lot of training to do that. And that's years and years of wear and tear on a very obviously vulnerable ligament.
Interesting.
Supposedly forkball is easier on your arm than a curveball is, though. Oh. And that's coming from McGraw when he pitched to Dad at the Field of Dreams.
I'm just saying, I think it's a little bit of everything. No one will never know.
Screwball.
Hey, you know what? We won't solve it, but hashtag bring back the sticky stuff.
Yeah.
And if you don't bring back the sticky stuff, then take away pine tar.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that.
Even it out. That's how I feel.
You want Pats being thrown at players?
Damn right.
Tape it up. Tape it up, man.
What is this?
Gladiators.
MLB Sluggers, or what was that?
Slugfest.
Slugfest. Right? That was it.
Yeah. You could like beat each other up. That was awesome.
Charge a mound, catch fire. No. Anyway, my ball is. I know once again beating a dead horse, and I'm going to get a bunch of crap from Tyler and you for robots, but it's the umpires, man. This last week, I saw 2 clips that were. Like one was a literal game-changing call that an umpire didn't make, and that was the Dodgers and Rockies. 8-9. I think there's like 3 guys on. I don't know what it was. 2 guys on. 2 or 3-2 count. The guy checks 3-1 count. Guy, I don't know what it was. Check swings for strike 3. Clearly is a strike on the replay. Umpire calls it no strike. Next pitch, it's a walk-off home run, and they beat the Rockies.
Oh yeah, that was controversial.
Yeah,
didn't they score like 8 runs in the?
It was 9-8 at the time, but either way, that's what lost them the game. That's a strike 3 call. Game's over. Rockies win. Instead, they give him another pitch, hits a home run. The other one was the guy worst umpire in the league this year, CB Buckner. I think it was also a Rockies player. Asked him, "Can you clean off home plate for me?" Because he was making so many bad calls. There's a montage compilation clip of him missing 20 calls in that game. All balls that were strikes. 20 calls in one game.
He's the next. What's his name?
Angel
Hernandez.
Yeah.
You know what? Bring on the bots, baby. Bring on the bots. Give them sexy voices. I'm just kidding.
Here you go. See, you did it to yourself.
I was playing into it there. That was a joke.
Hey, Tyler, Trey's soon going to have computer issues.
Oh my gosh. that should.
How did my computer get this damn virus?
Yeah.
And all this sticky stuff.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Whoa. Trent, that's too far.
Jeez,
man.
Come on.
Jeez.
That's where we draw the line.
Yep.
That's where we draw the line. Trey, can I just something I learned tonight about your robot obsession and fetish? I don't know, well, whatever you want to call it.
Jeez,
but so in AAA, I don't know if you guys heard this today. They're doing Mondays through Wednesdays where they use robots, automated strike zones, and you have challenges. But then games on Thursdays through Sundays, Mondays through Wednesdays, I believe it is. It's all robots. Every ball strike call is called by a robot. Then on the weekend games, I believe it's Thursday through Sunday or Friday through Sunday. It is an umpire calling.
With
and then
challenges.
Teams have challenges. But the feedback from a lot of the pitchers, and then those guys having to play in that league and then getting caught up to the major leagues, they said there is literally 3 different types of strike zones that these pitchers are having to try to get used to.
Which also is probably messing with the arms.
Yes. So none of it's consistent. You want to be able to rip off a 98, 99 mile per hour fastball, but you also want to hit some locations. I think they said it tonight about Cole Irvin for the Orioles is he knows he's going to miss on pitches, but now he's learned where to miss on pitches.
I disagree.
Whereas if you
with you
miss
guys.
at certain spots, but it's kind of,
how does that affect your arm?
Sure, you're being more and more meticulous more and more pinpoint.
So throw a strike that is universally a strike in either game.
That's what they're saying is when umpires are there is no universal strike. I mean, look at it tonight. You could sit there.
Okay, so throw a strike that is going to be a strike at a robot game.
All they do is praise certain catchers for their ability to frame. Oh, he's so good at framing. That's why he gets these calls. If you just take the umpire out of it, and now you can challenge it because it is getting ridiculous, because that's the one thing. If an umpire is consistent with an area that he's given, I'm cool with it. If you're going to give him a little bit to the outside or on the edges, a little bit off, that's fine, as long as you're doing it for both teams. If you're going to call it down, a little bit lower, that's fine. Do it for both teams. It's when you see it called for one and not the other, or one batter and not the other batter.
One inning versus another inning. And
I get that's the human error, but right now with how these guys can hit and see, like it's got to change. Trey's got to get his, Trey's going to have a hell of a year next year. He's going to love watching baseball.
We might
not be able to podcast if there's a game.
Listen. I like the idea.
Did you hear that sexy voice?
Little Barry White.
Listen, I like the idea of still having some human aspect to it, where just relay the calls, right? Make an umpire. Maybe you don't have to pay him as much, I guess, because they're not really making decisions necessarily. But let them there and just have an earpiece, relay the calls, keep it somewhat as normal as we can without the robots. But if you don't do that and you continue to do have the ump make a call and just allow challenges, and you do that tennis line thing, make a rule where it says it has to be a quarter of the ball on the strike zone line for it to be a strike. Just make it universal, and I think that's the way to do it. Give the teams 5 challenges a game on just called strikes and balls. Why not? They say it's resolved in an average of 10 seconds. Only the batter and the pitcher involved can request a challenge. So you can't look at the dugout and like, should I? You know what I mean? Like,
hey, you have no argument from me. The only other option the only other option that I liked was Scherzer's idea of relegation with umpires. That's the only where you're graded.
That should have been in place for years already.
And maybe that is that's where like the old school, the human aspect, human error is part of the game, blah blah blah. And I get that it is, but maybe that would be somewhat of a solution for some of the people that are like very anti-robot, which is Trey's obviously not. But well, can I get into my ball?
Yeah.
And I guess I'd like to kind of just toot my own horn a little bit, Trey.
1 second.
Come on, man. You got to have that cued.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Cued like.
There you go.
There we go. Cued like that new cue ball head he's got going on.
It's got to be there he is. It's got to be a Buick horn. But anyway, this individual I've kind of used in a couple manner. I think I've used him as a ball a couple times. I think I used him as a wild pitch. Mike Trout.
Yeah, you hate him.
Mike Trout.
He does hate Mike Trout. Yes, he does.
Frustrates the hell out of me because he gets so much praise, and there's no way he should be a Hall of Famer. But
hold on. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
This is my ball.
Mike shouldn't Trout be a Hall of Famer.
This is my ball. Says his recovery from meniscus surgery is going slower than anticipated. He hasn't started running yet and doesn't have a timeline to return. So, goes back to my theory of winning makes you healthier. There are athletes that change teams. Chris Sale in baseball.
I was just going to say Chris Sale. Yep.
Chris Sale this year. Shoulder back. Christian McCaffrey.
Stop it.
Christian McCaffrey. The world of soft tissue injuries. This year he gets how many carries? Winning games.
Yep. And he's always healthy.
Oh, don't Trey. I'm not gonna jinx shit. Okay.
So is Jordan
Anyway.
Love. Jordan Love's always healthy too.
Look at him. He's so funny.
Anyway, but yeah, I think it's bogus. I think it's a game in the sense of the Angels. I hope the Angels can still get something major in return for him, but I don't see a team taking on that contract ever. And I think all they're going to get is this same crap of, oh, our team sucks, so I'm just going to continue to make record-breaking money, which he does out there, right? And I'm just not going to play. I'm going to play in about a quarter of the season and then sit the other 3 quarters out. And then I go on vacation. I'll go to a couple Eagles games, start some rumors about coming to the Phillies, and I'm just sick of him. I'm sick of Mike Trout. I'm just, I guess, hold on.
And you know, it's funny though.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, I should say.
I feel like he's a likable guy.
Oh,
it's so funny that you hate him that much. Like,
and he's a Hall of Famer.
He's not a Hall of Famer, Trey.
I will bet you guys $1 million each. He's a Hall of Famer.
You don't have $1 million.
So I don't care. Take a loan. Take some money out. Put some down payments. Invest. I will bet you everything you're worth. He's a Hall of Famer. You guys are idiots if you don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
How about $100 billion?
Shut up. Seriously though, what do you guys want to bet? I will bet anything.
No, we're not going to prove this.
I'll bet you guys a flat screen TV in the future.
Hey, I'll bet you I'll bet you a hairless cat.
No, I don't want.
How about we'll pay for your mole removal so you can shave your head regularly.
Wow.
Wow. I'll buy a robot vacuum.
He went right at your neck, dude. Right at it.
I'll buy him a robot vacuum. That thing will be broke.
What's the suction rating on it, Trent?
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
See, I play into it. That's my fault.
You sicko.
I'm dumb.
You sicko.
Yeah.
You're disgusting.
Come on.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
All right. Wild pitches.
Oh, man. Wild pitches. Yeah, I got you. If nobody's ready to go, I got you.
I got one. Mine won't take long either.
I don't know how wild this is, but it's kind of looking at the current odds for MVPs. I'm going to make the statement that a person who is strictly a DH should not win the MVP.
Interesting.
Like who? Like Ohtani?
Shohei Ohtani is leading the NL MVP race in terms of odds, betting odds, at plus 200 right now. And I find it hard to believe that like there's nobody in the NL that is batting well and playing a part defensively. I mean, I think next up, I have the odds if you want me to rattle them off for you guys. But give
us top 5.
Yeah, that is my take though. I guess my wild pitch.
Can I while you look those odds up real quick? I kind of want to piggyback that because I brought something up the other day. Is I don't know how I feel about this, but like I think it was 2022 when they adopted the DH rule for both leagues, right? For NL and AL. But like, and I guess it's kind of more what do you guys think is, would it be good for baseball or do you think it'd be stupid if you kept the DH, but you also had pitchers still bat in both leagues? So you have 10 batters in your lineup.
Well, yeah.
Because I like the DHs, but like, I don't know. Could that do something? Like,
I think it's a waste. I think it's a waste of time.
That's kind of. I feel like that's probably just the general consensus too. But
yeah. So maybe this goes to show you how bad. Maybe the NL very likely could have the World Series champion with the Dodgers being there, but Ohtani is plus 200. The person who's in second is who I think should get it. Quite honestly,
Bryce
Bryce
Harper.
Yeah, and then this blows my mind. Maybe it's like a West Coast thing, but like Fernando Tatis is third. Like, is he having that good of a year after all his injuries and PEDs and all that. And then Marcelo Zuna, Freddie Freeman, followed by William Contreras, Ellie De La Cruz, Mookie Betts, Kettle Marte.
Tell him, Marte.
Who?
And then Alec Baum is rounding out the group at number 10. Boom. Baum. Sorry, I can't say that on airplane.
Yeah, sorry. Anybody's listening on an airplane,
Yep.
turn your headphones off.
Anyway, so yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I get the idea because they're still playing their role in the team, but I don't know. I guess I'll be disappointed in it. I'd be disappointed because I'd imagine right now on the flip side of things, in the AL, it's got to be Judge, then Gunnar, then probably Juan Soto is my guess. And those guys are all play the field and bat. So that's why I like that more.
So Tatis's statistics, he's batting .279. He's got 14 home runs, 36 RBIs, 70 stolen bases. His on base percentage is .821.
Oh, no, how many stolen bases?
352, 70.
He does not have 70.
I lied. I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong column. Okay. He has 70 strikeouts, 8 stolen bases. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say he's gonna.
Sorry, the O and the B.
He's gonna destroy the record, guys.
I did it. Once I said, I'm like, maybe that's why. And then I was like, oh yeah, no, that's strikeout. Sorry, but like batting .279, is that good? Sure, but is it MVP? No. I agree with you, Trent, with Harper. Ohtani's gonna get it though from the popularity standpoint, though.
Big market. He's got a gambling scheme. I'm sure he took his odds. So,
well, okay, careful. Allegedly.
Right. Yep. Don't sue us.
Or he just had another translator do it.
My wild pitch. My wild pitch. I feel like I don't know if we've talked about this or not, or Trey made a prediction of some sort. I said the Yankees lose in the first round of the playoffs this year.
I didn't make any. Wait, like wild card?
Yeah, I think they are going to be a wild card. Now, what is it? The bottom 2 wild cards play a play-in game. Is that how it works?
That's best 3 series.
Okay. Regardless, wherever the Yankees make it into, I think it's going to be they're going to be a wild card. So wherever they're at in terms of series and playing, I think the Yankees lose. The Lanky Yankees, they lose the first round of the playoffs. That
is a wild pitch. Trent, did you already give your wild pitch?
Yeah, this what my wild pitch was. DHs shouldn't win the MVP.
That's right.
Do you guys think the Yankees will? I mean, do you think they're going to win our division?
I don't. I think the Orioles are going to pull it out.
I agree. I think the only thing that's going to hurt.
The only thing that's going to hurt is pitching.
Yeah,
consistent pitching.
But, Can I tell you what I'm most anxious about?
Mm-hmm.
Is I'm very anxious to see the Orioles as actual buyers at the deadline this year.
Or last year, and they bought shit.
Well, hold on now, Trey. But Rubenstein is now in charge.
Yeah,
complete new ownership.
We didn't have any money.
Yeah, so we are actual buyers. That's what I mean by that. And I really think this guy, this owner, I think his pockets are open. I think he realizes.
What's his name?
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think.
Open. I'm not using a saying here.
His pockets are deep.
Oh, I know that, but I'm saying, but they're also deep and open because he's going to spend.
Trent, are you a big fan of deep pockets?
Whoa.
Trey?
Nope.
Anyway, but
I like shallow.
Okay.
Anyway, but what I'm saying though is I think he's gonna be willing to spend it because the last Orioles owner wasn't financially struggling. He just didn't want to invest in the team. This guy wants to bring a championship to the Orioles. So that's why I'm saying I think I'm anxious to see how that plays out because for damn sure the Yankees are going to get a big name. Hell, I've even already seen what's his name floating around from the Mets. Another freaking
Alonso?
Yeah, saw that name
like,
floating around.
Where's he even play?
First base.
Right now they're playing Ben Rice, who's a rookie. So I'm just.
It's not that bad. It's pretty good.
I would take Alonso over a rookie.
Well, yeah, but thanks.
Okay, now I'm just saying. Imagine that bat. You got Volpe.
Pete Alonso is going to the.
You got Soto. Then you'd have Judge. You would have Stanton. Heck,
Verdugo.
Verdugo's in there. And don't forget, Mike Rizzo just got injured. That's why they're talking about it. He's a first baseman. Anthony Rizzo, Mike Rizzo.
That was a neighbor.
Holy crap, it was. You're right. He lived across the street from us.
That was our neighbor growing up, dude.
Shout out, Mike Rizzo. Got a new listener.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Played for Frederick Seltzer's softball team.
Yeah,
number 38. Yep. But anyway, yeah, it's weird. I know that shit. But yeah, that's why I'm anxious to see how the deadline plays out, Ty. The thing that scares me is the Orioles' injuries in the pitching. So,
yeah. All right, Trey, hit us with your wild pitch, then we're going to switch it up.
It's not so much of a wild pitch. It's just something that I think is true, and that the most interesting baseball thing that's going to take place this weekend is the College World Series, A&M and Tennessee.
I was saving it, but hey, shout out, go Vols!
Yeah, dude, baby. They look good, and honestly, I think both teams look really good. A&M's pitching, their defense, they just look solid all around. They look like they got like a lot of great hitters, but their depth in pitching, I think, is what's going to carry them through.
How many years?
Tennessee's. Go ahead.
No,
I was going to say Tennessee's going to win. I was talking to Brandon, our brother-in-law, or my brother-in-law. If they win the series, they're going to win 60 games in this season, which is crazy for a college team to do. So,
yeah,
I'm excited, looking forward to it. I think they're going to be really good games, and sometimes those college games, man, they got a lot of action. They can score like 5 runs an inning. It can also score like no runs the whole game and go to extras. So,
yeah,
curious to see how it goes.
I mean, you got to think how often. What I would say, like at least the last 2 or 3 years, where
SEC.
Tennessee's. I'm saying Tennessee's come up short, where they're like, "Oh, Tennessee, look how good they are," and all of a sudden they just blow it early, and they usually don't even make it this far.
Wait,
I was going to say,
you talking about baseball or football?
I mean, it's interchangeable.
Yeah, because they're the same way in football.
Yeah,
they really are.
No, but
I don't have.
But what I do want to give out, I do want to try to touch on that too. Is give a quick shout out to Kirby Connell. Got the old Riley Fingers mustache, dude, killer.
We call that
dude's a legend in himself, man.
We call that a French saddle.
Do we?
Just kidding.
Oh Lord,
who calls it that?
Nobody.
Absolutely
nobody.
Everyone does.
Are you saying it's because that's like a French mustache?
Yeah.
Like baguettes.
Exactly why. Yep.
How's that a French mustache? I think it's I'd call it a Pringle saddle.
A what?
A Pringle saddle.
Yeah, the Pringle guy.
Once you pop.
Sure.
Whoa.
That fun ain't stopping. Anyway, it was a pretty funny interview with that guy where they're like, "Hey, how you feel? What are you guys gonna do going into the next game?" He's like, "Well, I have homework due in about 56 minutes." It's like,
yeah, probably did too.
He probably did, but I'm sure that's getting done. But
here's a question though too. Do you feel like Florida got a little screwed in the fact that they got their game rained out and that they had to play a doubleheader? And dude, they put up 15 runs against Kentucky, and then got shut out against A&M at night. It was almost like they just hit themselves out to a point where it's like, oh yeah, we're done. But
I think it was the pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, A&M's tough, dude.
Yeah.
A&M's tough.
I hope Tennessee does it for your sake, Tyler. But
as I say, who pulls it out here? A&M or Tennessee? Who you got? Trey? Like, who do you actually think? You don't have to say,
A&M.
You know. A&M. Trent, who you think?
Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vols. I think this is the
for a
year.
reason.
I think they're pretty tough.
They are
Do you
good.
guys find it challenging though to watch without that, like in the MLB with that strike zone box?
No, I love it. I kind of like it.
I
also love the metal bats.
Dude,
Yeah.
right? I'm surprised they use metal bats.
So used. They're like
kill someone out there, dude.
They're like they're BB now core.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude.
They're dead in town. But
one,
the strike zone thing bothers me, and two, I feel like the field is huge for some reason. I feel like
the camera.
It just for some reason every time I watch, I'm like, this is the biggest baseball field ever. I'm like, holy,
he's running a
Omaha,
mile
it's
for
huge.
that.
He's never catching that in the gap forever. Like, I don't know what it is, but that field looks enormous.
Yeah, it does. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I think I got the Vols winning that.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. It's shall be interesting. Best of three, right?
Yep, that's it. Crazy, huh?
Yep. Starts, I think Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday.
All right. Trent, did you say you have some football here to talk about? And then we kind of just.
I guess I have like a little fun, just some banter talk about football. Nothing too serious yet. Not a whole lot of headlines other than another Kansas City Chief getting arrested. But anyway,
now?
sorry.
Second time.
Who now?
Isaiah Bug.
Yeah. D-line.
Same guy that got in trouble. He's the same guy that got in trouble for the dogs a couple weeks ago.
Trey, it's so bad that they now have a line on DraftKings as to how many arrests there's going to be for the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, they don't.
Okay, coming from a Raiders fan, that's rich.
That's rich.
Whoa.
That's rich.
I know.
Anyway, all right. So
dust your cigar off and go pour your cognac there.
Yeah, some of our franchises have integrity.
Trey, he's actually mocking you by using "that's rich." Okay, cognac.
I was.
Go. What's a robot saddle look like? Anyway, let's go with touchdown or turnover, boys. So you tell me if Madden got this right. There were five.
Shout out to Midstate real quick. Richard Pop Top.
Yes.
It should be a Richard Tinkle.
No, Richard Pop Top.
So there's 599 overall rankings, which when you get a 99 overall, you get like a cool set of cleats and probably like a little medallion and trophy. Anyway, so the 5 individuals that got 99 rankings, so touchdown or turnover, if they got these all right.
I know one for sure.
Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill.
Here, let's go through them one by one, and let's get quick hitters. Trent,
I was going to say overall, if you agree with the full list, say touchdown. If you
let's
disagree,
go through each one. Let's go through each one.
All right.
Yeah. Give me the first one.
Mahomes,
touchdown,
turnover, bullshit. Should not be a 99.
What's his?
He's a good quarterback.
What's his flaw, Tyler?
There's no way after the last season that he should be a 99.
Why isn't he a 99?
I don't know. He's just not a 99. He's not a 99 quarterback. He's not a 99 quarterback.
It's an awful reason.
He's not a 99 quarterback. I don't think there are any quarterbacks in the league right now that are 99 deserving.
I don't think statistically, Trey. Statistically,
Trent, why isn't he a 99?
I just said statistically.
Doesn't matter.
He makes fancy passes that it's just like the Russell Wilson effect, where you just throw the ball up and sometimes your guys make plays.
He's better than that.
Tyler.
He's better than that.
I'm not disagreeing that, but he's not a 99 quarterback.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead because of the legacy of him right now and being the guy, because he is the guy right now. Don't forget, this is how we talked about Tom Brady when he was in the dynasty.
Exactly.
So, but Patrick Mahomes is I'm gonna say touchdown for this because of the dynasty.
Great. That's a great.
I hate it. hate it. But I'm trying to get some listeners back from Kansas City for us. Anyway, actually, stay away from us. No, I'm just kidding. Christian McCaffrey. Tyler?
Touchdown. This is a utility knife.
Turnover. Fumbles too much.
He doesn't fight. Fumbled like twice in like 20 years. Like
he's got a fumble.
I'm not even
Tyler.
Not even going.
Tyler.
Yep.
That's rich coming from a Packers fan. That's rich.
Yes, that's rich.
Too many fumbles.
It
happened in the Super Bowl.
Touchdown turnover.
He's unfair. He's unfair.
Yeah.
So I would say touchdown. That's
they're talking about the next one. Sorry.
No, he's unfair. Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown.
I'll say touchdown. This is the closest
generational talent.
Yep.
Next.
Travis Kelce.
Turnover. That is a joke.
Yeah, turnover.
That is a joke.
Dude,
that's to get some Swifties to buy some Madden. That's what that is. Hey, let's help ourselves a little bit.
Hold on, you guys both say turnover to this?
To Kelce being a 99?
After past season, yes. If it was the year that he
then why do you say Mahomes? Then why do you say Mahomes in 99 after this past season?
Because Mahomes has no flaws, Tyler.
What's Kelce's flaw? What's Kelce's flaw?
He turns.
His mentality, his attitude. He likes to shove his coaches.
I
also think injuries. I also think what else? There's a couple.
These aren't skill. You haven't named a skill yet. So
his taste in
what the best ability is, Tyler?
What?
Availability. And he's not always available.
Ooh, I disagree with that.
I don't.
He's been pretty darn healthy.
I don't know that he's ever missed a game.
He started the year.
A lot of drops this season.
He started the year banged up. That's why he almost.
So do you think Kelce's better than Kittle?
Yes.
As a complete tight end, no. Then
he's not a 99, Tyler.
As a pass catching tight end, okay.
I don't think he's a 99, but
he's not.
Neither
is George Kittle.
I'm not saying he is, but I think that George Kittle blocks
that's 20 times better.
So real quick, just to summarize without any reasoning, Trey, you say turnover. Tyler, you say
I'm going to say touchdown because I do think he is still a top 10 in the game.
And I'm going to say turnover.
Thank you.
And then let's go last one. Tyreek Hill.
I'm going to say turnover.
Well, I almost feel obliged to say touchdown because they are including reproductive abilities as a statistic.
What about violence against loved ones?
Oh, Jesus, Trey. Okay. Anyway, allegedly.
Sorry.
Allegedly. Anyway, I don't know. I think he got to with the speed. I think everyone wants to say his hands are not good. The only area that he has a deficit in
route running
is playing either against the Chiefs or in any sort of cold weather.
I'd agree with that. I mean, you got to look at it too, though. So look at it this way: if we say Jefferson is
exactly
99, are you going to put Tyreek Hill on the same level as Justin Jefferson?
Nope.
That's how you got to look at it.
That's why I say turnover.
Because of that reason alone, I was initially going to say touchdown, but now thinking about it, if Justin Jefferson as a wide receiver is a 99, I don't think Tyreek Hill is Justin Jefferson. I don't.
All things considered, range. Think about how the stretch of Justin Jefferson, his hands, his route running, his speed, separation.
He's a lot like a Calvin Johnson was.
I'm convinced. Turnover. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
It is when you compare in terms of
he's
actual positions.
Tyreek Hill is a freak athlete, but a complete 99 wideout, no.
He's got maybe 99 speed. Give
yes.
That.
100 speed. I'll give him 100.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, that rounds out Club 99, boys. So they do add people if their rating goes up. So is there anybody that they left off that you would like to add in there? Just real quick. Let's not argue it. Let's real quick. Anybody that you think could or should be added into that mix?
I have one or two.
Go ahead. Name them.
Go ahead, Troy.
It would be TJ Watt or Myles Garrett.
Those are fair. That's fair. I'm surprised TJ Watt's not.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe you put that in. Maybe it's availability. I was gonna say Brock. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, but bias aside, I do.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm gonna say Trent Williams. I think Trent Williams he got ranked 98. He was a 99 last year, but he's a 98 this year. And I think it's his pass blocking is what they said is keeping him back.
See, I put Penei Sewell over him.
You can put him up there too. I think Trent Williams being a 98 already, I think he'll definitely get to 99.
Can I tell you one that's an absolute joke? And you guys are going to say it's biased or whatever. Do you guys see what Jordan Love's rating is?
No.
A 76.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. It is low.
Especially with all the hype around him too.
It's low, but don't forget, first half of the year, it was pretty ugly.
He didn't have the offense. It was literally his first 6 games ever as a quarterback in the NFL.
It was bad. Yeah. I mean, you lost to a rookie in Aiden O'Connell. So yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, and we should have been in the NFC Championship. Should have.
Trent, you got one?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't really believe. I don't believe I do. I mean, the only guy, and I don't want to give him this recognition. Is the only guy that I thought would have been maybe Micah Parsons, just with how much hype he has.
Oh, no way.
He's not complete.
Listen, I'm not saying he is. Not saying he is, but him and TJ Watt are up there on defensive player of the year. Him, Myles Garrett. Yeah, I mean, TJ Watt could be. I mean, I guess his issue, if you're going to put them up there, then I would say then a very close in just his position.
Aiden Hutchinson
is Max Crosby. Max Crosby better than Aiden Hutchinson.
I put Crosby's up there. Hutchinson's up there.
And I'm biased. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Jordan Love.
I know. I thought Tyler was going to say Bosa.
Oh, okay.
I was just about to be interrupting me. And Bosa. Yeah. Bosa's 90. I think 97. I think he got.
Yeah. Well, hey, any?
One other thing. The one other one that pissed me off a little bit too was, again, I really only looked mostly at my team, but Fred Warner. Fred Warner, I think is, again, we don't have to argue this trade, but I think Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the game right now, and he was like a 95. I thought that was a little low.
Best linebacker in the game.
All right.
Best inside linebacker in the game. Yes.
Raekwon Smith. Anyway, all right. So
he's good too. I'm not disagreeing.
Any good? I like to keep this little maybe portion because we're wrapping things up here. Any impromptu things that we would like to vent about or add on before we close it up?
Yes. The Lakers' new head coach.
Ooh.
JJ Redick should not have taken that job.
Oh.
I think it was a dumb decision by JJ Redick to take that. I really like JJ Redick. I liked him as a player, even as a Tar Heel fan. I liked him in the pros. I really like him as an analyst. And I think he's making a very bad decision to become the Lakers head coach, because I think I compared it last week. I compare him to like a Luke Walton, where you're just going to be in there. You're just going to kind of, listen to your star players and have to do. If it was anywhere else besides the Lakers, I could see him being a decent coach, but I don't think that situation in Los Angeles with history, with the stardom of the players, with the ownership of the buses, like I don't think that's a good situation for him. And I think that ESPN was, correct me if I'm wrong, he was ESPN, right? Will be missing him as an analyst in a lot of ways. So that's my rant. Yeah.
2 questions. Does Luke Walton still have a job in the NBA coaching or no?
He did.
Not
he
too
did go
bored.
somewhere else.
He went to the Kings
That's my point.
after the Lakers, but I don't know. I don't know.
That's all I want to know. But I disagree, Tyler. I think he's going to be more like. I think. Yes, I don't agree. This is what?
Tyronn Lue. You're going to say Tyronn Lue.
Nope. No, I'm not.
Jason Kidd.
Yes.
Really?
Bingo.
But Jason Kidd's first tenure with the Nets was awesome. It was terrible.
Sucked. Exactly, and I think that's what's going to happen with Lakers. I agree that that's not a good job for him, but it's going to get him into the coaching scene.
Okay.
And if you're the coach of the Lakers, if you're the coach of the Lakers, no matter how you do, you got the Lakers coaching job. That's a pretty prestigious job. So guess what? You're now a candidate for every other job that becomes open if you don't stay there. That's my thought.
I think Tyronn Lue was the Lakers coach there for a little bit. At one point too.
And he was the Cavs coach. It's LeBron. LeBron creates a podcast with JJ Redick, and now all of a sudden he's his head coach.
Well, here's a couple things I'm going to add. One, the Luke Walton question. He's been an assistant in Cleveland now since 2022.
Nice. Is that the stat guys?
Yeah, I think that.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Mom. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, no.
Trent does not still live at home with his
mom. The biggest winner in all of this is Stephen A. Smith, so that way he doesn't get shown up by JJ Redick.
Yeah, very true.
He's
and KPP, Kendrick Patson Perkins.
Yeah. Now the other thing I'm going to add in here is
right.
I think LeBron did help obviously get him the job. It also helps that Coach K was a consultant for the head coaching search. But the other thing that I'm going to throw out there, and maybe this is a little bit of a wild pitch here, or maybe an air ball in basketball.
This is a half court shot.
Half court. Ooh, I like that. Half court shot. Thanks. I don't think LeBron's going to be there.
He's gone
this year.
No, I think LeBron is gone. I think LeBron is going where his son goes, and
he's going to Sixers.
The Lakers are going to be a laughingstock if they draft or sign Bronny James and actually have him as a roster spot. Be a laughingstock. So I actually think there is going to be a team out there. Here's the thing. I don't think Sixers. Let me make my prediction first. I think it's Dallas.
I think Dallas would take.
I think Dallas will take Bronny, and then they will bring him in.
Nope.
But
I think Golden State does it.
Yeah, it makes sense. But so even though LeBron probably, the podcast definitely helped JJ get it, but also you got to understand too is JJ's really, really good in that field.
He's smart.
Like he was a smart player. That's why he actually went from almost not having a career to, actually having a pretty decent career with his niche and his style, but also his smarts. But yeah, it's Tyler. I don't disagree with your take on it though. I think it's a tough spot to go because I think the Lakers are behind a lot of other franchises in terms of money, in terms of understanding how the game and what you need and what you need to do. I also think it goes back to where they got kind of screwed when was it Chris Paul that was supposed to go there and they said no.
Yeah.
No, they denied the trade.
The league stepped in and didn't allow. So like from that moment forward, the Lakers kind of have been like trying to claw their way back up while all these other teams have now been allowed to build huge super teams. Not that the Lakers don't have a super team. I mean, not nearly what like Phoenix has. So
yeah.
I just
Where was Phoenix?
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I got something I want to vent about, Trent.
Yeah, go.
And that is, we complain a lot, and rightfully so, about the MLB blackouts and their restrictions and their lack of making things watchable. And it's come to light that the NFL is just as, if not worse.
Absolutely.
Suppressing an affordable ticket, suppressing a deal where you can buy just your team's games as a package. And
Roger Goodell, he dug his heels in on that stance, dude.
He didn't just deny it, he made sure it didn't happen. He went above and beyond to make sure that that was not available for fans. And that to me is despicable.
Yep.
I know the NFL doesn't necessarily need to grow the game because they run the world in terms of ratings and viewers and whatever. But what a scumbag person and what a scumbag league to keep that from fans. Something there's a statistic that I saw that it is more affordable for Panthers fans to go to every home and away game this season and buy tickets to physically go to the game than it is to watch every game on television for them. That's insane. And that's
also, it also tells you how bad the Panthers are.
Well, yeah, that's one
tickets
thing.
are that cheap.
But the other thing is, in no world should that be a true statement. I don't care how bad your team is. You're an NFL franchise. It should not be cheaper to go watch your team in person at every other stadium than it is to watch them on TV.
Right.
What is it? $700 over almost $800 to be able to watch every single game this year in the NFL. That's sickening.
You saying on ticket?
Amazon Prime for some games, Peacock for others.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Netflix now, like there's so many subscriptions I almost said prescriptions. Subscriptions you have to be able to watch NFL games. I understand that it's all about money, but that is disgusting. And big middle finger to Roger Goodell for being such a vital part of this lawsuit. It's disgusting.
I loved the idea that you buy your team,
right?
Because honestly, no joke. I know they said about like $70 to buy your team or whatever like that. Dude, I'd pay $100 some.
I would pay $100
to watch my every team.
Think about it. It was actually going to be $70 for the whole entire ticket package.
Yeah, it was.
So it'd have been even cheaper.
Which is reasonable.
Yeah.
Like because and here's what you also have to think about this too. And I think it was on McAfee, they had Florio on, and he was talking about all the different stuff with this and that and this money and this money. Honestly, though, like let's say you charge $70, okay, to get the ticket. Right now, you have selective people that are going to buy and spend the $300 and some for the ticket. But let's say you drop it to
fewer
70.
than what you'd think.
But I'm saying let's say you drop it to 70. All right. Let's say you even drop it to 100. Do you know how many more people are going to buy that? Because they're going to be like, well, it's not almost $1,000. It's $100. And you know what? I can make that work.
Yeah. Tyler.
But they're not going to do it because it makes sense.
Think about Cowboys. Think about Cowboys, Eagles, Packers, Steelers fans. Those people alone buying their package.
Yeah.
It's going to make their money like probably more than what they got from the people buying the $289.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is they've gotten away with it.
Yeah, and that's exactly
once you let them get away with it. The court case is getting thrown out.
Why is it though? Because it's been going on for a while.
Nah,
number two, why has it not gotten more attention than what it has?
It just got to. The judge literally told the plaintiff that they are standing on nothing. So it's.
But why has it been going through the rigor and being taken up as a case?
Because maybe it's not that serious of a case. Maybe it has no chance.
Well, you know what it does do? It exposes Goodell and the NFL as
it does. But you know what Goodell's doing? Goodell's making more and more money. That's the thing. Yeah. He's made the NFL so much more money He's broadened them internationally. He's broadened them in terms of TV deals and streaming deals. The NFL loves him.
Yeah,
It's
he's
to
hidden
us, to the
CTE.
common person, the common fan, and for
Us
every
peasants.
message. Yeah, well, every message that the league preaches, right, about this is everybody's game, to make it accessible to everybody too.
Yeah.
Because that's a sad thing. Is Trey, you're right.
Taylor
There's a
Swift.
large portion of this country where a kid would love to be able to watch his team day in, day out. I mean, Tyler, you'd even say the major reason you would purchase the ticket is so you and Owen could watch every Niners game together.
It's the only reason I told him that when they had the deal with YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, dude, I said, guess what? I said, because I told him last year, he's like, oh man, I really wish we could watch it. I'm like, I know, me too. And then this year I was like, dude, guess what? He's like, what? I was like, we're watching every Niners game this year. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, like he was super excited.
That's why
and
I
he's
bought
7,
the ticket
you know what I
last
mean?
year.
Yeah.
It's to watch the Packers. And then now you get Red Zone, you can quad box it so I can watch.
Yeah.
All right.
It's awesome, but it sucks that it's so unaffordable for a lot of people.
Last two quick things. One of them is going to kind of piggyback your frustration with the NFL. But real quick, crazy stat.
Boom.
Since
Whoa, no glass again.
oh boy, good night. Since Brooks and Bryson have joined Live and were banned from all PGA Tour events, they have now won more PGA Tour sanctioned events than Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Ricky Fowler combined. So, one, I thought that statistic was crazy. I think it just goes to show you it's like they want to not let these Live players in, but then again, it's like. Did you see how many? I think it was like how many like top so many finishes or whatever that Bryson has had, and that he's not on the Olympic team. Can't be. World golf rankings doesn't count.
Which is a complete joke.
That was it. I knew there was a reason.
It'll change.
I knew there was a reason. I know.
Here's the thing: that's not a rule. That's not an Olympic rule. It's just how they picked it the last year.
That's right. Okay.
But like everyone knows the official world golf rankings are a joke because they don't account for live events. And some of the live golfers, Cam Smith, Bryson, Brooks, Dustin Johnson,
Corey Connors.
There's just kidding. Joaquin Neiman. Those guys are top 20 in the world, and they aren't. Some of them are over 100 ranked because the world golf rankings are a joke. And if that's how they're going to pick Olympic people, then they need to do something else.
All right. Last thing. NFL. Thought this was a hilarious statistic released. Average cost of a beer at an NFL stadium, $9.56. The highest price for a beer. Which do you guys both know this?
Yes.
I saw the graphic.
Okay. Eagles, Philadelphia at $14.67 a beer. The most affordable Lions and Falcons at $6.25.
You ever see the Falcons menu?
Yeah, I mean
their owner made it a point to make everything affordable. Like a hot dog was like $2.50, $2.
Yeah. There's a couple of places that have
fries are like $3 instead of like
Yeah, I gotta tell you this. You just remind me. FedEx Field when we went to see Washington San Fran play this past year, and I went out. I'm like, oh my gosh, like hot dogs. I think a hot dog was $2.50. Well, it was, decent size hot. I'm like, cool, like I'll get a hot dog. And I was like, oh, maybe I want a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger, no joke, was like $15. I'm like, and I'm like, I'm like, hot dog $2, cheeseburger $15. I'm like, what am I getting in this hot dog here?
Because you're getting pig ass. You're getting pig asshole.
Lips and assholes.
Yep.
Lips and assholes.
Hey, guess what I got? Guess what I got though?
Hot dog.
Guess what I got? I got 3 hot dogs.
Ew.
Ooh.
Actually, no.
There's gobbled them up in 1 or 2 bites.
Yeah, probably.
Stop. Trent's trying to get back at me for making a joke about his nickname being Throat. Remember?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, they're in the hot dog eating contest, and Trent's like, "Oh, throw up." Oh, I got a
yeah.
baby. I got baby
Yeah.
mouth.
Anyway, if you had to,
pork missile.
if there was
No, remember I was like, slurp down a wing, perhaps.
if there was
That's
one
trend.
place that you thought was going to be the most expensive, I thought the
49ers.
Orioles would have been.
I thought the 49ers. Sam
I
Fran.
would have.
Vegas.
I would've-
Vegas drinks are so
Or
expensive.
Vegas, yeah, one of those.
That's what I'm saying.
I would
Even
have said
Seahawks.
SoFi Stadium
Yeah, there you
in
go.
LA.
Hmm.
I
So
would
in
I
other
would have said
words-
I would have said Giants or Jets, but it's in Jersey, which still also
Not in New
expensive,
York.
but-
So, long story short, our message to everybody is go to your local bars, drink your local beers from your local bars, and watch the games for free there. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
Save
Local
yourself
watering
some money.
holes.
Yep.
Mm.
And if you're at a game, get the $2 hot dog, not
Yep.
the $15 cheeseburger.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, boys?
Nope.
I don't think
All
that,
right.
hey, I think that's it.
Looking forward to another weekend full of baseball.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, college, like we said, College World Series Saturday.
That's right. Yeah.
So check that out. Should be a pretty entertaining series.
That's right, baby. And game 6 Friday, Edmonton in Florida.
Yes. Edmonton, Connor McDavid, dude.
Let's go Oilers, baby.
Yeah, the Coilers.
Oh.
They're hot right now.
The
I didn't-
craziest.
I didn't make that up. I can't say
I was gonna say, that was kind of cool.
that
Tyler. I like
Kachuk
that.
save was one of the craziest hockey plays in the history.
Right?
of
That
hockey.
was nuts.
I will say that.
was nuts.
Did
That's
That's
did
like
they
stuff you
win?
do in the driveway.
No,
Wait,
they
did
didn't win.
Oh,
But it was the coolest save. That was like,
It was.
if they would have ended up winning, that would have been like the most remarkable thing in hockey ever.
Agreed.
Anyway,
Yeah. I kind of want to say the Oilers might do it, dude.
I think they do too. I hope they do.
McDavid, I think, has 7 points the last 2 games. 7 or
Here,
it might
he-
be 8 points. I think
He
he
needs 4. He needs 4 points to beat Gretzky's record. Hey,
He's
Florida.
he's not Gretzky, but
Florida in
get
6.
there. He might be one day. Fellas, it's been great.
all right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you.
Take it easy.